Hello everyone. Hello everyone. This is Satish Kumar once again from Mindfire Solutions. We had covered up very recently about CRUD operations in Symfony. So moving on, we are going to see the other features that are coming up with form type. Excuse me. So let's assume that we are having a new form where we are going to add name, address fields, and user. And there is a small checkbox. At times you might need to have a confirmation checkbox to check whether the user has read its the terms and conditions and so on. So just in case if you need to have some mapped fields, non-mapped fields which are not part of doctrine entities, then you have to you can add these fields as part of your form builder in the form type classes, but all you need to do is you make the mapped property of that particular field as false, so that it assumes the when the form builder parses the overall form fields, it is going to think that okay, this mapped property false denotes that this is a non-mapped property of the entity. So while binding the entity to the form, it's not going to check for the data from the database. um, just to show you in the form type, say for example we have four fields in this form type in the build form method, which is name, address line, user, and confirm. uh, as if you see in the vendor directory, vendor entity, there is an identifier which is the primary key, the name field, address line one, and so on, but you don't see that particular field called confirm. So here this confirm is nothing but a non-mapped field which is not part of this data class entity vendor. So I am going to mark this mapped as false, and the type of the field is checkbox, and I am making the required property to be true, and I just gave some random label which you can think while you are doing internalization concepts. So let's see like how it looks in the form. Now you have are you sure. So I'm going to give some entries, but if you see this, it is throwing an error, please check the checkbox. Unless or until you check this checkbox, it will not allow you to submit the form. Let's quickly check like where this error is coming from. In the vendor controller, in the create action, once the request is binded to the form, we are going to check whether the confirm property in the form has any value or not. If it is not having any value, it means it is unchecked, so we'll not be taking that into consideration and we'll be throwing an error in the form. So you can add an error via the add error method, and the argument that you're going to pass in the add error method is going to be an instance of form error from the Symfony independent module called form. So this form error needs to be instantiated with the message to be thrown, and that will be added to the form, and the form error will be shown on top of the form. You can also add any property on top of which this error message needs to be shown. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. Thanks a lot.